This here is a 1902 picture of an extinct animal known as the thylacine, a carnivorous marsupial which inhabited the small island region of Tasmania located south of mainland Australia. Hence why it is also called a Tasmanian tiger or Tasmanian wolf. Here is a 3D model depicting its unique striped pattern located on its back. And even though this animal has been extinct for more than 80 years, there are still news articles coming out every few months or so showing that Tasmanian tiger sightings are not as rare as one might think. And here recently there was a rather credible sighting. Recently, a Facebook user posted this picture of what they claim to be a Tasmanian tiger in Queensland after searching for one for more than a decade. And a close-up shot of the alleged Tasmanian tiger, which was presumably taken on a nearby game camera. And the first thing that you'll notice is the striped patterns on its back like that of the Tasmanian tiger, and also some other features such as its back legs and the color of its fur. But these are all things that bring up a question that is very important indeed. Could this be something far more mundane and perhaps a hoax? Or is this a real Tasmanian tiger out in the wild, proving that they still do exist? Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. In this next capture, we see something that was caught on an individual's home security camera system, and it's very bizarre indeed. An unidentifiable figure, which is obviously bipedal, walking past the security camera, looking as it goes by, giving us at least a blurry view of its face. It's a downright creepy image, there's no denying that, but it could also simply be explained by a human. So what do you think? Human or something unknown? This next capture comes from the lower Appalachian foothills of northern Georgia, and it's one of the crazier that I've seen. Sent to me by a loyal viewer, we're looking at a dark figure walking past the camera, much like the last image, except for this is obviously not something human. The image is suspiciously blurry, and it lacks many details that would allow us to see what it actually is. But some details that I do notice are its big feet and also its cone-shaped head. Check out this apocalyptic-looking image of a flock of birds as they fly up all at once by a trail camera. It's a unique and rare capture indeed. And in this next one, we see an animal in which most people can't identify. Can you? Well, if you said that this animal is a weasel, then you're wrong, because it's actually a stoat. And most people don't know the difference between a stoat and a weasel. In this map, you can see in the green highlighted areas where stoats inhabit, and that includes a large region of North America. Stoats are usually different from weasels in size, whether that be that the stoat is smaller or larger than other weasel kinds. But there's also another defining characteristic that stoats have that weasels do not, and that is the tail. See, a stoat's tail has a black tip, and a weasel's does not. Weasels have short tails, and stoats have longer tails. So in this image, we can definitely see that what we're looking at is a stoat. You've seen deer do some crazy things before, but have you ever seen a trail camera image like this? Well, I sure haven't, depicting a deer, which I can only assume is jumping over another. And in this extraordinary trail camera image, we see a sight in which you don't typically see on an everyday basis, all captured by the power of trail cameras. Here recently, I come across this very strange image depicting a Wolfman-like creature, a cryptid. I've shared these type of things many times on the channel before, but this is by far one of the more bizarre that I've seen. Some will see this as an obvious fake, while others may think that it might just be a real image. Is it AI generated, or is it a trail camera picture? Who knows? And here's another similar image depicting not this time a Wolfman creature, but something a little different, almost like that of the legendary Sasquatch. It's a much clearer image than we're typically used to seeing, so that's a plus. In this capture, we see a hawk attempt to capture a squirrel as the squirrel flees away in an epic video shot. Watch closely. The squirrel cleverly evades the hawk by hiding on the other side of the tree. This is definitely one phenomenal capture, showing Mother Nature in action. And in this last video, watch closely at the bottom of the screen as a squirrel attacks a deer. Yes, you heard that correctly. A squirrel jumps onto the face of a deer. Watch again as the full scene unfolds. And now in slow motion.